Hello, I'm Chris.
And I'm Shireen. We're of technomadia.com.
And behind us is our bus, Zephyr, a 1961 GM PD 4106.
Now, we bought Zephyr back in 2011. We've been full-timing in her for almost over 4 years now. And over time, we've been making her our own. And she just underwent a major round of renovations at Master Tech RV in Elkhart, Indiana. Definitely our most major renovation round so far.
So yeah, we want to give you a tour of our bus, show you some of the major upgrades that we've done. So we're going to take you for a little walk around the outside and then show you the inside.
The first thing that you'll notice is the paint job is the most major renovation that we did, and that's what we originally went to Master Tech for. And also behind us, you can see the destination sign. Previously, a prior owner had fiberglassed over it.
And we actually had a friend who had some of the original glass from one of these buses and was able to send it to us. And Master Tech was able to actually cut away the steel and restore the hole and put the glass back in place. And so we've got a destination sign back.
Right now we just have a temporary sign printed up there that says Zephyr, but we have some plans for that in the future. Thank you, RJ, for providing the glass to us. We really appreciate it. It really brings back some of the classic look. So one of the other major upgrades to Zephyr is the new awning. It's a Dometic 9500 case awning. It is automated. The challenge with it, however, with putting a non-armed awning on a curved roof is these things have to be flat mounted. So Master Tech, they went to all lengths and actually constructed us a custom mounting bracket that transforms the curved roof to a flat mount. That was one of the major undertakings that they did for us. And what we love about it is, of course, it's automated, all controlled by just a button. That's all it takes. It's a major upgrade for us. Used to be, we had arms coming down the side of the bus. They were unattractive. They also blocked the view for the driver on the side view mirror here. So it's both an aesthetic upgrade that really streamlines the look of the bus as well as improves the safety. Another feature that we had put in is a keyless door entry lock. We had just a standard RV one, so this reduces the need to have to carry keys with us. It's currently not working, but hey, we'll get there. The door was also redone. It used to have just the basic bus door, which was very scratched up. So they took some weaved vinyl fabric, put it over the door, just really cleaned up the look a lot for us. One of the other major upgrades to the bus is new windows. These are dual pane glass windows from Motion Windows, also known as Peninsula Windows. They're really well known in the bus conversion community for providing drop-ins for bus conversions. Ours, however, was converted to regular RV windows when the original converter converted this from a passenger bus in the late 80s. So we have normal square windows, not the original swoopy windows that this bus would have originally had. But the dual pane windows will be a huge upgrade for us, both in insulation and sound, and also the look. It just really makes Zephyr pop, I think. Hi, Kiki.
She's here to demonstrate her feature. She wants to show off her hook.
Another feature here. This is where the original awning arms used to come down at, and they would have left a nasty scar on there. So instead of trying to fix it, we decided, Master Tech had the idea of this, of actually making it functional. So what Tim at Master Tech did is he ordered in these folding steps that you might have like on the side of a boat or an RV, and then that becomes a hook to put Kiki's leash on. So this means when she's outside with us, she's able to roam on her leash without us having to cart it around. Of course, she can tangle us up, which she does. These here are also new. They're covers that lead to nowhere. Cool feature, huh? Originally, when we bought our bus, this is where the furnace, the propane furnace was at, and this was the exhaust. There were 2 holes here, and we'd always just covered them up with duct tape. It looked awful. So what we came up with is, instead of trying to patch or repair this piece of metal, is we just got covers to make them functional. We'll probably eventually put in some sort of power port here so that we can run power outside if we're doing a presentation, we want lights, or anything else that we want power for outside. So making things functional instead of fixing them was kind of one of the routes we went to keep things affordable on restoring the bus. We also have new window awnings over all of the windows. The ones that we had on there were literally falling apart, and when we pulled into MasterTech, we had one actually just come completely ripped off. So at least the fabric all had to be replaced. Instead, Dometic decided to send us all new awnings. They've got the metal rolls at the top. One of the challenges was that they've changed their mounting brackets that go onto the awnings. So MasterTech had to do a little bit of scurrying around to find a way to get the old style mounting brackets so that we didn't have to drill any new holes into the bus to fix to the new style awnings, and they did it.
We kept the paint scheme of the bus pretty much original, but we made one major change, and that's on the back here.
That's our personal symbol. If you're not familiar with the Technomadia logo and its history, it's Chris and Cherie back to back in a Burning Man symbol, which is where we had our commitment ceremony. So it's a very personal symbol to us. And to anyone who doesn't know us, it's probably just, that's our swoops and swirls that we put on our bus.
We've branded the bus behind, and we're just making it ours really thoroughly. Okay. So on this side of the bus, we had actually two literally big holes to fill. Right here used to be our hot water system, our hot water heater. It was old and rusted and needed to be replaced. But when we decided to go with a hydronic system, which would be installed separately, we had the opportunity to do something more interesting with this bay. So we made this nice, beautiful hatch, and behind it, ta-da, Kiki's own private bathroom. So this actually has an entrance to the inside. It has its own separate ventilation system that goes out the roof, and her own private space to do her business. And over here, the other big hole to fill was the old bottom of the fridge vent. So that was old and rusty as well, and we wanted to have something new and sleek that matched the bus. And even more exciting, so what we did with the top fridge vent. So MasterTech actually helped us construct this really kind of sleek and unusual and completely custom fancy hinge fridge vent. Now, why would you need something so fancy on top of a fridge vent? Well, ours is actually a special testing place for mounting cellular antennas. So it can hinge down, we can easily swap out antennas, run the wires to the inside without any fuss, still perfectly waterproof, and will let us easily test all the cellular antennas that we try. So another major change to the bus, it's a little bit hard to see because this used to be, what is now a storage compartment, used to be our big giant honking 7,500 watt diesel generator, and that is gone. So we've turned this space into a storage compartment for all our outside stuff and extra fluids and whatnot. But, well, do we need a generator? Are we going generator free? Not quite. We actually went and took a space that we couldn't normally use. The area behind the bumper on the bus that is normally the spare tire space, we haven't actually used that for a spare tire in years. It was just empty. Now we've got a new Awning 2,500 watt propane generator mounted there, as well as a built-in air compressor. So two big upgrades, and we get more storage space and take advantage of space that was very hard to use otherwise. Okay, so this right here is a big piece of our summer project. This is the Precision Temp Twin Temp Junior hydronic system. So all this plumbing acts as our hot water heater. It also acts as our furnace, and it also acts as an engine preheater, and works on both electric and propane, and it's incredibly quiet when in operation. So far we've been very, very pleased with the Precision Temp system, and it just takes a small corner of our storage bay. The other big upgrade project that ended up happening this summer was upgrading our tanks and our plumbing system for the bus. So back in here, it's kind of hard to see, but we now have a new huge 70-gallon black tank and a 120-gallon gray tank. So it's vastly increased our tank capacity. We also increased the size of our fresh tank, which is under the bed in the bedroom. And in the process, we put in a tank monitoring system from sea level, so we can actually tell where our tanks are at, a tank flush system. We mounted our water filters on the wall, got everything done, and then we've actually quite improved our plumbing capabilities. We can actually even fill our tanks by sucking out of a bucket. If we're ever doing extended boondocking and stuff, we can do a suction fill. So a lot of plumbing improvements all happened in this bay.
One of the new upgrades is brand new air conditioners from Dometic. They're the Penguin Duotherms. In the back we have a 13.5, and in the front we have a 15,000. Welcome to the inside of the bus. Now, when we first entered the bus, we used to have Kiki's litter box right underneath the driver's seat, which, as you can imagine, always had some interesting smells as you're greeted coming in. So that was one of the huge upgrades, was being able to move her litter box back into her private chamber. What we've done is we've now moved her desk up to the front, and her robotic feeder now sit in the front. Non-smelly things, and we get to scratch a fuzzy head as we come in. The front of the coach, we now have MCD shades coming down. These are on an automated switch that will come up and down. We did have to have a back valance put on to cover up the curve of the roof so they can mount straight across. We also have pull-up shades on both of the windows so that the driver and passenger can be nicely private. It also blocks the sun while driving for the passenger. We have new curtains, actually not new. The ones we had in here were totally shredded, and we thought about doing MCDs all the way around, but covering these D windows with privacy shades was going to be quite a challenge. So we decided to stay with the pull curtains, and MasterTech just saved some takeouts from another coach, and we had a seamstress modify them to fit our windows for now. So that was a cheap and easy solution to the window cover. We didn't think we were going to do too many interior renovations this round, but one of the major ones is we had a surprise email from Lippert Components offering us a jackknife couch if we wanted to try it out in this space. We went and visited with them, and it seemed to be a lot easier of a swap out from our old gaucho style pull-out couch, and it's actually made quite a huge improvement in the living space, the look and the functionality of our living room. It does pull out to a double bed. And so we decided to go ahead and accept their offer to try one out for review. So far, very happy with it. We'll see how it holds up over time. One of the challenges with it is our pull-out counter slide was going to be blocked by it. So MasterTech's Wood Wizard modified our pull-out so that we can still use the slide out if we need the extra counter space. So that's going to work out pretty well. With the MCD shades in the living room, we decided to go with black shades just to kind of make this transition a little less visibly jarring. So it's all black coming down. So we've got the pull down shades for privacy during the day, and we have blackout shades for at night. And then MasterTech constructed us out of some of our projector screen, a pull down movie screen. And we have a projector that mounts on this valance using this clip tripod mount so that we can now watch movies on. I measured it the other day. It's a 48-inch screen. So it's a pretty cool, sweet upgrade.
Another major upgrade is we had an old, non-functional RV monitoring system here with gauge monitors and stuff that were 20 years old and did not work anymore. So we completely redid this area over the sink with new switches for controlling our remote start on the generator, and then all the functions of the hydronic system and the water system. Here is our tank monitoring system, so we can see how our tank levels are doing. And then I was able to finally permanently mount the Victron battery monitor so we can see exactly how our battery system is doing. And of course, on the other side, I was able to more professionally install, do some better woodworking on our Victron CCGX, which lets us see all the electrons flowing in and out of our bus from the solar panels and from the wall current and from the battery. Okay, so one of the other things we did is when we took apart the bed to put in the bigger fresh water tanks under the bed, we actually saved the drawers that had been under the bed, turned them into a cabinet, and then turned these drawers into a new bookcase up front, which really completes the living room and gives us some really functional, awesome space. Another upgrade we took advantage of was actually putting a much nicer light fixture here as kind of our office and kitchen lighting. So this is quite wonderful and runs on DC.
So one of the cool features, actually warm features, is Precision Tip has an option if you request it to have a hot tap. And what that is a direct line from the heating element down in the bay right to the kitchen. And when I hold this down, there comes the steam. Out comes 180 degree water. Great for doing coffee, teas, or any other hot beverages. Of course, we wanted it behind here so there's no accidental touching of it because that would be pretty bad. Some of our favorite features was the way this whole hallway was designed, but the one we're going to focus on is this cabinet down here. This is where the old water heater used to be, and it is now Kiki's litter box. And she has her own compartment in there. It's plenty tall for her. This actually goes up about another 1.5 inches from the seal here. And we just had them cut out part of the door, so she has an entryway into there. Chris worked with MasterTech to also custom construct. It's got a piece of aluminum tubing in the back with a fan at the top that just vents all the fumes right out that roof hatch. So with our cellular signal, I hope it doesn't impact that. It is. The bathroom is one of our favorite features of this bus, the way it's constructed. It's a completely usable side bath, but both of these doors open out to create pretty much a full length or full width bath. I'll show you in here. So this door can come out here, creates privacy from the bedroom to the living area. And you come around and you're in the bathroom, and you can close this door over here, creating a nice big chamber. Like I said, it's completely usable as a side bath. It's got a pretty large shower in it. Some of the new features that we have in here, we have a new 12-volt light, so we finally have lighting in here when we're boondocking and not running the inverter. And we have a new fantastic vent fan in here, so we can finally vent. The other upgrade is Dometic sent us their 320 residential style toilet, which as much as one can enjoy a toilet, we are. So yeah, we just really love the bathroom space in here. Just creates a nice large area. Right across here, these two are the dressers. So when you've got these two doors open, you've got a nice dressing area as well. And up in the only real change in the bedroom is the new air conditioners and of course the new windows. So you also see our cool fabric, our cool quilt that was custom made for us by our friend Anne.
Speaking of the cool, literally cool new air conditioners, our new Dometic Penguin 2s are remote thermostat controlled. So this thermostat here can actually control the fans on the roof, the air conditioning, and also the furnace down below. So you can set it to cool it off here and pick a temperature, and it's all done through here, one central unit, and there's an equivalent one in the bedroom, so we have two zones.